right. Well, I feel woefully unqualified to talk about this movie. So yeah, we saw Moonlight. This is a movie you've been hounding me to see for weeks, and we keep trying to go see it. We just kept missing it for one reason or another, and it's finally like, okay, finally made time to go see it. Happy New Year, by the way, guys. Yeah. This is still, I'm really counting this still under season 4 until I catch up with a huge list. I still gotta catch up, so probably like after next week.
Yeah, because I figured like, plus this movie came out like kind of
late in the game.
Yeah.
So,
was it November?
Something like that, yeah. So we're behind. So we're catching up on Oscar bait. So Moonlight, as I've been told, it's the best films ever made, period. And honestly, I think the hype might have killed this movie for me just a bit.
I figured that would be the case.
And I had a feeling it's like from what I heard, it sounds like a transcendental experience. Which my first thought was like, okay, calm the fuck down.
Yeah. This isn't transcendence.
No.
For all the wrong reasons.
And it doesn't help. I'm also tired. I'm working off a hangover a little bit, but if I'm being 100% honest. But yeah, Moonlight. It's very good.
Yeah.
It's a very good movie. There are parts where I felt like I was missing something.
There's parts here and there too. Although I
feel like I'm not qualified to talk about this because I have no frame of reference for 90% of what happens in this movie. So. And I no way I really could.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like I need Ron to watch this and explain it to me.
Yeah. It's one thing like when we got the movie, it's like, I just realized we probably should have brought Ron in.
I know, like, I watched, like, this is a Ron movie. I really should ask him to come along. But it's okay. I'm sure I'll talk to him about it later. He got Compton last year. So, you're going to get Moonlight this year.
Yeah. I really liked it, though. Like, one of the reasons I was actually pretty curious about this is because, like, when I actually read about the story, I was like, oh. And, like, because... especially when I've seen some of the, I guess, politics in the black community about that whole stigma.
Oh, yeah, Ron's explained it to me.
Yeah. I was just it's like, oh, this is going to be interesting. I want to see how far they explore it.
Yeah, to an extent they do.
Yeah. They do a good job exploring, like, the characters. The stigma itself, I was kind of hoping I'd see more of, like, what fueled it.
I mean, this is an actor's movie.
It is.
This is like 90% about the actors acting largely without really saying anything, which I really liked.
Yeah.
I mean, these are all top-notch performances. The writing's good. Camera work annoyed me for a good chunk of the film, if I'm being entirely honest.
Really?
It was too shaky. Like, it's like, okay, especially in the beginning, I was like, okay, I get you're trying to be artsy with a hint of fartsy, but at the same time, I would also like to see what the fuck is happening.
Maybe. Are you sure it's just also because we were kind of super close to?
No, I'm sure it's because of the shaky cam.
I didn't have any issue with that.
Well, good for you.
Yeah.
It was bugging me though, because I was like, it got better as it went on. I just got used to it, but especially when I was like, when the camera kept bobbing in the water and in and out of the water, that got I just okay, I get you're trying to be artistic and everything. At the same time, I also just want a clear angle of what they're doing.
Okay, that admittedly, I think there really isn't much that can be done because just like
it's easy. You have the camera over the water.
How tall's our cameraman, though?
I'm just saying, it can't be that hard to get a pool.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I thought it kind of created just a little bit of, like, tension.
I get what they were going for.
But, yeah.
To me, it got a little obnoxious at times. Like, not like a way to kill a movie or anything like that, but, I got used to it as it went on, but, again, I felt like this feels it's trying to be artsy-fartsy, Oscar, not like for your consideration kind of camera work. So like that kind of spoke out to me a little bit. But yeah, again, that's a nitpick. If I'm being fair, it's a nitpick. But yeah, honestly, a lot of this stuff is like, how do we really know what to talk about? Because again, I have no frame of reference for this movie.
Yeah.
As a white heterosexual male, I don't have a lot to connect with on this. I know what Ron's told me, so that's why I was thinking oh, okay, because I remember the conversation we had when we saw Dear White People. Had tackled similar issues in a more comedic sense. But yeah, it's a very good movie. Yes, it is. But so long and short of it, the basic story is about this kid named Chiron, who as a kid with a mother, like a drug abusing mother. And he ends up making a connection with a drug dealer played by Cottonmouth.
Yeah.
guess spoiler, just dies in between transitions.
I was a little disappointed. It's like, oh, I thought we were gonna get more of them.
Yeah, me too. I guess he was bad to film Luke Cage. I don't know. But anywho, so that guy's a busy actor. He shows up in like a ton of shit. Yeah. But anyway, so they kind of forms a connection, and it categorizes through the years as Chiron kind of develops into the man you would become, which is exactly like Cottonmouth, which I'm sure was the point. Yeah,
the other chic thing, though, is the whole idea is just like the way they kind of named the chapters, which I thought was actually pretty...
Yeah, I'm not sure what that was supposed to be.
The idea was like...
Because again,
because the whole thing was like, what was he and what did he become?
That feels like... I'm always sketchy whenever tries to name chapters. I feel like the only person I've ever seen off in a way that didn't bug me was Tarantino. That's because it's Tarantino. You kind of know it's going to be a little different when it gets to him. But for me, like, I felt like it was largely unnecessary, and it kind of took me out of the moment. I don't know. To me, like, I didn't feel it needed. Again, it felt like this feels artsy with a side of fartsy. Okay. To me, like, I don't know. That bugs me personally because again, that doesn't feel like. I get its artistic merit. To me, it just didn't seem essential to the story in any way. Okay. So, and I get where you're coming from. I get where some people like it. For me, like, that shit bothers me because it feels like this feels entirely unnecessary.
And that would explain why I think I liked it more then.
Probably, yeah. Because again. Yeah.
Because it's like, I'm fine with it if they do it well, and I thought they did it well. It's like, it didn't feel pretentious about it. Like
to me, it felt a little pretentious. Because again, like, I don't see why this was in any way essential. Or like, at least like take like The Hateful Eight, for example. It was another movie that did chapter stuff. That kind of worked because it made it, because they also had the narration by Tarantino himself. So it felt almost like they were telling the story.
Oh, that was Tarantino who's narrating it?
Yeah.
Oh, so that's where his cameo was.
Yeah, that's where his cameo was. I know, my below someone told me that too. But like, to me, like, that felt like somebody was telling a story, something appropriate for that to be there. Yeah. In this case, like, there's nothing like that. It's just a scene happens and boom, title card, and then right back to the movie's like, okay, did you need that? Because I felt like the scenes beforehand perfectly set up that this is a different time period. Yeah. Even like the black screen, like the little dot that pops up, I thought worked perfectly fine as a transition. So like that to me just seemed like something extra that wasn't entirely needed. Yeah. And again, that's my opinion. Take it for what it's worth. But again, maybe that's why I think you probably like this more than I did, was because like the artsy stuff just. I don't like artsy in my movies, so that bothers me. I feel like it takes away from a good solid story. Okay. But sorry, I didn't mean to totally shit on your point there.
No problem.
It's like, I like this. Well, here's why you're wrong. You pretentious swine.
Well, I'm sorry, I took film classes.
I spit on you too.
I fart in your general direction.
Go away, I shall taunt you a second time. And then all of a sudden it turns and bashing against the French. Anyway, is the baby smoking? Does that make you angry? Yeah.
No, I'm thinking of Family Guy. They made a joke like that. It's like, attention, people of France! Filming a guy smoking a cigarette in front of a wall in black and white is not a movie!
It's not. And like, yeah, like there's some of that in this movie. Largely, it works, so it gets the mood across. Yeah. It gets the sense of rebellion, and like when things shift, when he gets more angry towards the second act, you feel that tension immediately without the movie really having to do much. And I like that. So stuff like that, I think is very, very effective. Overall, I would say this is a very effective and very powerful movie. I didn't get it as much as I was hoping to. Yeah. And that could be because of the artsy fartsy stuff. It could be because of the overhype. I don't really know what it is. Probably a little bit of both. I'd say
a bit of both for you. Because, it's like, I knew the hype thing was gonna kill it for you.
Yeah, because I don't like when movies do that. Yeah. I mean, sometimes it's earned. Like, I'm trying to think of an example off the top of my head. I know there's one, but I am blanking right now. Like I said, I'm tired. Then again, when am I not tired these days? I feel like I said once every goddamn video.
Although I do find it funny how this movie actually tied with Boyhood as, like, I guess the highest rated movies on Metacritic.
And I can see why. Yeah. Like, this feels like a movie made for critics. Yeah. But I wouldn't give the high praise a lot of critics are giving it, but will make my top 10, yes? More than likely. Yeah. Do I think it's, like, the best movie ever made since Citizen Kane? No. I'm just going to give that a hard no. I think there's other movies that came out this year I got more out of than this movie did. But then again, it's also not a topic I would know a lot about to get more out of. That's where it makes it tricky. Because for me, I like movies I personally relate to in a way. Like, this is something and it's done very, very well. I do not want to, like, belittle that at all. At all. Because, it tells its story masterfully, despite the little artsy fight stuff that bugged me.
Yeah.
You had a point.
I was just saying, I think that was the other reason, like, even though I didn't quite understand all, like, I was intrigued by it.
Yeah.
Like, it's one thing, like, it made me try, want to learn, want to understand what was going on.
Mm-hmm. And yeah, and, like, I would agree with that. It's, to me, like, movies, like, I can't personally relate to, like 12 Years a Slave is a movie I loved. I thought that it's a great movie. Obviously, there's not in any way, shape, or context I can relate to anything that happens in that movie, but I still think it did enough for me that it still managed to overcome that. I don't know if I'm making any sense whatsoever.
Well, that one was way more accessible. That's
what it is. Accessibility.
And that's the thing. This movie is not meant to be accessible. It's meant to be like a very believable, real look into like a culture that we wouldn't understand. Mm-hmm. And even then, like, despite on top of that, though, like, I do find the way they kind of like found ways to like tweak these characters that like I think further emphasize like the whole idea of Blue, who is was Mahershala Ali. I can't remember how his name's pronounced. The guy who plays Cottonmouth. Yeah,
I don't know his name. I know what you're talking about. Yeah,
I remember Ali, his last name. That's it. And I remember there was Sala, and it began with M. That's all I can remember. Pronouncing it, yeah, God help me. Like, I like that. I just kind of like that idea of like how they developed his character, though. To the, he is a drug dealer, but at the same time, like
no, they do put him in an interesting moral quandary.
Yeah.
Which they kind of immediately drop by killing him off screen, which I thought was kind of a cop. I don't want to say cop out, but like I felt like they could have done more with that.
Yeah.
But I really liked his character. I liked his connection with Little, which is what his nickname as a kid.
Yeah.
I thought all that stuff was well done.
Especially that last scene of his. Holy shit. The thing where just like his mom.
Oh yeah.
Mother's like high on drugs, and you find out that like he was. I'm not sure if it was purposely or inadvertently, but he was basically responsible for his mother getting the drugs.
Yeah.
And it just brought in this new light in the way he's trying to take care of him. It's like a mix of...
Now, there's one scene that comes after that, after the mother scene, which is when he comes in the next, like, the little comes in the next day.
That's the scene I'm talking about.
Okay, yeah, no, that was a very good scene.
And it's just like, and I just loved how that kind of created like a new sense of like guilt and just like, what was originally just like trying to be a father figure, it's more like repentance.
Yeah, and again, it's an actor's movie because like a lot of the emotion that comes across, a lot of the mood that comes across is told largely through eyes and body language than through dialogue, which is obviously an intentional move.
Yeah, what film's supposed to be, show not tell.
Exactly, and it worked very well in that regard. So it's like overall, like if I'm looking at the critical eye stuff and the artsy fartsy stuff, it is a great film.
Yeah.
I just wish I got more out of it. And again, I think it's this mixture of just some little stuff that bugs me that keeps kind of lingering around, and just the fact that everyone was hyping this as just like amazing. Like it was really good. It was great. But just not as good as people have me tell it is.
Yeah.
Or say it is. This is something I had in a trailer that came up on a movie too. Is like, it also really bothers me when 90% of a movie trailer is critics praising how awesome it is. And I was like, our movie's so awesome, you guys. Yeah, you should totally come see our movie. It's so good. Here's like a brief clip of it. More reviews. Anyway.
Now they're really coming to see it.
Aha. I see what you did there. Oscar-bation. Anyway. Have you never heard that phrase before?
I feel like I have once or twice.
You probably have, but
just not enough.
But no, like this will obviously get nominated. I'd be shocked if it didn't. And yeah, if you can still find it, I recommend it. If it's the kind of thing you enjoy, or enjoy in a what's the word I'm looking for? I cannot think right now.
No problem.
It's not something I would recommend to everybody, obviously.
But if you want to see what it's like to be a closeted inner city youth,
yes, who wants to be a gangster, then yes.
And that was the other thing, though. Like, I do feel like that whole thing was earned because it was less like he wanted to be. It was more like a response to like trying not to feel weak.
No, I agree. Yeah. Like I don't think there's anything writing wise that does not feel earned.
Yeah.
Or story wise that does not feel earned in some way.
It was just the style.
Some of the stylistic choices bother me because again, it feels less like it was part of the story and more of I'm trying to appeal to critics and Oscar, like people looking for Oscar stuff. That's what bugged me the most about it.
Yeah. I think that might have been the other reason why I liked it, is because like I like trying to analyze why they make those choices.
Yeah, to me, like that I want that double-edged sword because on one hand, it's like okay, it's like sometimes there's stuff that you watch in movies like you can get a different thing out of it every time you watch it. Like that's why There Will Be Blood is my all-time favorite movie.
Still need to watch that movie.
It's a great movie.
Yeah, I know. I heard it's like one of the best ones of all time.
Well, that might be overhyping it too. But ironically, but no, like that one you can analyze over and over again, not because of the art, like the title cards or anything like that, just because the characters are interesting. Yeah. And I think for me that's what makes those analytic points stand out more than anything else is the fact that I'm more interested in what going on with the characters than I am with any other artsy-fartsy choices that are made. Like, I love Birdman. I think Birdman's an amazing film, but I hate that next to the ending credit sequence, near the end sequence, there's just all those random clips and all that stuff right before I go to the hospital. I was like, okay, it's artsy and fartsy, and it's like, what does it mean? What does it mean? But it's like, okay, does that serve anything really? I don't really know. And I'm sure people go online. There's huge you know what I'm trying to say. God damn it. Analysis about it and everything like that. It means like, okay, that just feels like you put there just to have something to analyze, though. I don't feel it's essential to the story.
Right.
Now, Birdman, again, kind of pull that off, because the whole movie's kind of manic and meta and all over the place, so it can get away with that kind of stuff. Here, this feels like a very simple story. It's meant to be a very simple story, so we add artsy-fartsy stuff to it. To me, it's more distracting.
To me, it just sounds kind of interesting juxtaposition, the idea that they almost play to like a traditional romance, yet they have this completely different setting. Almost like what they did with, which I wouldn't say was quite successful, the whole kind of remake of Romeo and Juliet in the more modern sense.
Okay, sure.
I didn't say they were that successful about it, but like I was just trying to make a point about the whole God, why did I even think that? Actually, that was a terrible composite comparison. But I like that. I just like the juxtaposition aspects of it. Mm-hmm. Like I felt like it was trying to spin that whole, spin the setting on its heels.
Mm-hmm. No, that's fair.
Yeah.
Like I don't necessarily disagree with anything you're saying. Like
it doesn't work for you. Yeah,
in some ways it doesn't work. In other ways it does. But in just some ways, to me it's more distracting than anything else. And again, not a bad thing. Just doesn't work for me.
Yeah.
But I definitely get why critics like it.
Yeah.
Because it's almost like the Tarzan thing with like the cell. Ask me what it means. Ask me what it means.
Oh, there's that Tarzan's really up his own ass.
Oh, yeah.
Because he doesn't have the substance to back it.
Yeah. That's usually kind of where the line is drawn, essentially.
Yeah.
Maybe that's another reason why it bothers me. It just feels like it's moved by directors to show like, look how deep I am.
Yeah.
When like I feel like the character in the story should speak for itself.
Yeah.
Like,
fair enough.
That's, again, to me, that's more of a general note than not a knock against this movie.
Yeah.
Moonlight, still highly recommended, though.
Yeah.
And again, we are watching this New Year's Day, so it could just be I'm tired because I was up at like 3 in the morning yesterday.
Same here. Didn't get to bed till 3:30, up at 7:45. I hate my biological clock.
I'm so sorry.
Internal clock. There we go.
Whatever, close enough.
Yeah. We're tired.
It's been last year was a disaster.
Yeah, my New Year's not going to be starting off well either. So,
if you need to take time off, it's okay.
I think I'm starting to prefer last year. I lost all my idols, but aside from that, it wasn't terrible. Goodbye, Princess Leia. Goodbye, Charlotte from Charlotte's Web.
I think what was the joke I kept seeing? It's like, all right, nobody keep an eye off of Stan Lee. Oh,
he's got the Iron Man heart. He's fine.
It's bad for his age. I'll give him that. He's like, what, 96?
Yeah.
It's fucking hell. All right, you want more trailers?
Yeah.
Alright, so,
I don't know what the hell we're gonna say about him, but...
Yeah, a bunch of foreign films, which seemed kind of odd for this movie.
I was like, huh. Yeah, I mean, there's only one that we got before, and that's that Julieta by, Almodovar.
Yeah, that one. The one that's, again, similar to the trailer for Moonlight. It was like, look how amazing our movie is. 1 5-second clip. Look how amazing everything's movie is. 1 clip. Here, everyone's amazing, you guys.
It's one thing. It was definitely another case of, can you tell me what the hell the plot is? I'm just going to assume that Maybe closeted lesbian?
Maybe, I don't know. Like, even up to, like, up to seeing the movie today, I still had no idea what Moonlight was about.
Yeah, that's why I had to read about it. I was like, oh.
I kind of picked it up where it was going pretty fast. Yeah. As soon as, like, they had that conversation later on with the scene.
Well, also, like, if you listen close, just like in that first scene, they kind of, they start hitting at it, because you can hear them, like, basically calling Chiron a bunch of slurs.
Oh, is that
not a slur, but they call them, like, get your gay ass back here, or something like that.
To be fair, though, that's not entirely untypical of kids that age. So,
that's
like,
true.
that, like...
Yeah, I think it's just, it made more sense once I read about it.
Yeah, fair enough.
It's like,
It's we got Juliet. Oh shit! There goes my headphones.
But it does put context into that scene, though.
Yeah, it does. Foreshadowing. Then we got The Salesman, which was, what was that even movie about?
I don't know.
Something about, like, a Muslim family after an earthquake, or Middle Eastern.
I don't know. I literally don't understand anything except the main guy looks to be a playwright.
And he wants to kill somebody, apparently, for hitting somebody, I'm guessing. I don't know.
Being responsible for... I don't know.
These were all foreign films, so we're just kind of trying to piece together what the hell's going on. Then we got Neruda.
That's the only one that made sense from off the top of my head, because that's the one with the, that was the Chilean one. There's, like, that playwright that's on the run from these people trying to, like, hunt him down.
Oh, yeah. That one looks kind of wacky.
Yeah, where it has kind of that weird Batman and Joker vibe to it.
Yeah, it looks shenanigans-y. I'm kind of okay with that.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm kind of curious about this one. I'm not gonna lie.
It's basically what if
you trolled the entire nation? Oh shit! The po-ho, get out of here. Oh.
It's like what if they're trying to chase down Alfred Hitchcock?
That'd be amazing.
Yeah. Yeah, he's being chased by Carl Urban from Red.
Yeah.
That is the best way to describe this.
I'm down for that. I'd be okay with that, actually. That'd be pretty fun.
Yeah.
Then we got Things to Come. Which one was that? Oh, that was the one, like, where...
Oh, yeah.
The woman's husband decides she's going to move in with another woman.
Something like that.
And
basically, it's just looking to a midlife crisis. Except it's some kind of foreign.
All the foreign.
All the foreign movies.
And it's more like, I don't recognize this language, I don't recognize this language, I don't recognize any of these languages.
I recognize Spanish. That's it.
Yeah, even then.
Yeah.
I'm terrible with... linguistics was never my strong suit.
Yeah.
I'm like, I can kind of recognize a Vietnamese accent, but that's like... the best I can do. Best I can do. But yeah, that was the last
It's weird how, like, I know how to identify, like, ways to identify, like, several different Asian languages. Like, at least Chinese is a bit easier than... I don't know, it's a little bit different. Like, Japanese is a bit easier because that's a very heavy, like, breathy language.
Mm-hmm.
Korean sounds similar to Japanese, yet it doesn't.
That's not an excellent way to describe it.
Yeah, where it's like
that's describing like Spanish. You go like you write it out like the English language, except you don't.
Yeah, it sounds like French, but it isn't.
Don't teach language to course ever.
Or better, no. But you know what? It's like in terms of like how it sounds Korean to Japanese, it's like French to Spanish. Like there are similarities to it in terms of like how it's used, but it's like when you listen, it's a bit more easy to tell.
I'm just gonna take your word for it because I don't have the time or energy to look it up.
Yeah. Plus, then again, I also watch a shit ton of like South Korean movies.
Yeah, I know my roommate watches a lot of Korean dramas, so I pick up bits and pieces here.
Oh, he's told you about that story.
What story?
Oh, just that he's watching a bunch of K-dramas now.
Yeah, that's not so much he's told me about him. I've seen him watch it.
Oh man. Yeah, he's been telling me about that.
Because he watched it in his he watches it in his laptop in the living room. So you know, it's easy, not his laptop, his desktop. Yeah. Room. It's like the funny part is I got him into Parenthood. And now every time I come back home, he is like, dude, fuck Crosby, or it's like fuck this character. This character doesn't have actual problems. I'm like, dude, you've fallen off the deep end.
Yeah. Oh, what was the way he described the show? It's like at first he was like, watching Parenthood. I just realized that show needs to be called White People Problems. Although, to be fair, there are some serious things in there that, like, okay, kids get diagnosed with Asperger's. That's pretty serious.
Yeah.
Or a bunch of other things going on. So it's funny talking about that.
Oh, he'll tell your ear off about it. He's following me to the bathroom talking about it.
Yeah, dude, I'm trying to poop.
Like, yeah, you're like, yeah, I know. Anyway. He doesn't care. There's one time he's throwing a ball down the hallway at like 11 o'clock and I'm sleepy. I'm trying to sleep. So I kind of like open the door and went, meh. It looks at me like, it's 11 o'clock, you know it. It's okay. I gave him a ton of shit. Like, he took a nap like an hour later. I'm like, oh, so it's okay for you to take a nap in the afternoon, but I can't sleep until 11.
Although, to be fair, he's up at like 4 or 5 in the morning.
He's still, though.
Oh, yeah. Well, normally.
Now
he's got his carpal tunnel.
You don't wake me up at 11 in the morning when I'm trying to sleep. It's like, if I can sleep until 11, that's a miracle. Don't interrupt that. Don't be a dick.
You want to talk about sleeping in being a miracle.
Fair enough. But anyway, yeah, that's all we got. Now we're just sticking around.
Morning.
So, yeah, final thoughts for Moonlight.
Definitely on my top 10 list this year. Check it out. Obviously, you might want to read up into it before going into it to like better understand it or what the director's intents were. I'm starting to wish I read more going into it because that would have.
I wish it brought Ron.
That would have helped too.
Honestly, like,
how the hell are we gonna fit him in here?
I'll figure it out. I can move shit around.
Yeah, he can sit on your Iron Man mask.
I've already done it. But anywho, so it is a really good movie. I feel like I need to sit with it for a while because right now I'm just not in the best of moods, or my energy level's pretty low.
Yeah, thinking maybe we should have waited till tomorrow, but I was thinking, no, you're not going to be free at 6.
Actually, it might be because I got tomorrow off too.
Damn it! Why didn't I ask you that?
I don't know why you didn't ask me that. It's okay. I'm glad we just got this done. It's because I wasn't doing anything else today, honestly. Anyway, so no, it's really good. So
now let's go get food because we have barely eaten anything today.
I think I've eaten more than you, but it's like I think what else we got this week? We're still kind of in catch-up mode. I still got to see Passengers, Why Him, Fences. I want to see.
I want to see Fences.
You're like the third person to tell me, so that's one of those things. You have to figure out what we can do.
And maybe Sing if we can muster up the cares.
Yeah, and Fences is the one I want to see because it's Denzel Washington being brutal as shit. I'm down for that.
Yeah, and another one I've heard great things. I didn't realize that's almost like a straight up adaptation of a stage play. They're both.
Yeah, like Like that's a screen. As far as I know, it's a pretty straightforward adaptation.
Yeah.
So that one I want to see, and then a bunch of other movies I don't want to see, but I probably should try to see anyway.
Like Why Him?
Why Him and Passengers are the two big ones I still gotta see.
Yeah.
And I know Jackie's in theaters right now.
Oh, yeah!
That's an if we have time movie.
Yeah. Of course, we could try to see it separately and meet up another time.
Maybe. I don't know. Like, it all depends on just how much time I have coming up this week, because I do have work starting Tuesday again.
Right.
So, yeah, that's all we got. So see you all next time. Bye.
Later.